what was going on? Or was it the first time that you actually saw the script?
A little bit. I mean, just to start off, it was a cold read audition.
Okay.
Which sometimes I love and sometimes I don't love so much. So there's no preparation. You just have to go in there and then you decide how long you really want to take while you're waiting to go in and see the director.
Okay.
So when I read it, like I said, I immediately kind of just related to this person and interpreted the way that I thought it was supposed to be.
Okay.
So I went into the audition and just kind of let it go, relaxed and got in the moment and let it go. But I will say, when I left the audition, I was already attached to the character. So I was just hoping that I would get cast because I couldn't let her go. Like, even as I left and I'm getting on the train, I'm still thinking about her. I'm saying the words and thinking, wow, this would be an exciting character to explore. So.
Well, that's a wonderful segue. Thank you, because that's really my next question. How do you feel you related to the character? It's a very, very, very intense character. Everyone's character was very intense, and I think everyone brought something very important to the film. But your character definitely is the catalyst for all of the madness. How did you relate? How did you find her?
Well, I would say in general, I'm definitely an intense, passionate person. I have certainly felt jealousy, obsession, you know, mostly not so much recently. I'm happily married. I've been married for 7 years.
It's like, let's put some distance.
But honestly, I thought back maybe to when I was a little bit younger and when sometimes when you're a little bit less mature, you do confuse lust and passion with love. And I've certainly experienced, like I said, jealousy, and sometimes just love can make you do irrational things. So I think it was a combination of me just channeling some, you know, feelings and emotions I've had in the past, and just really learning the character.
Well, Yvonne, your character is the exact opposite of her character. How did you find that space, that person that you needed to convey on film without actually being in any way influenced by Sandy's character?
Well, Yvonne was in college. She didn't have it as easy as Nick with the scholarship she needed to study, so she was caught in between, you know, social and what she had to do for her education and career. So I just went back to when I was in school. I know how hard it was to really just keep the scholarships and keep doing everything you had to do. And also being in relationships, everyone's been hurt. And at that moment when she left, we don't see him actually tell her what happened.
Right.
So there's still a misunderstanding, which also happens in relationships. So I really tried to look into that, just being unclear about what's going on. I don't know anything about Sandy and what her real intentions are, but staying dedicated and knowing what I have to do. And
it's all about being professional at the end of the day. Now, here's a question. I had to actually write this down because I wanted to make sure I was penning it out while we were watching the film. If you were able to confront Gabby in your role, what would you say to her now? Now, let's not give away. Let's not give away. Let's not give away what happened. But what would you say to her as a woman looking at her type of character? What would you say to her?
Why Nick?
Oh. Okay, if that isn't a promo. Oh my God. Okay, you have to use
well,
this.
Why Nick? Well, Nick's, in my mind, to me, was the representation of honor. He was honorable. He may be, you know, some people, oh, he was stupid, you know, or whatever. No, but he was honorable. At the end of the day, he can look at himself in the mirror and say, I did the right thing. You know, regardless that he was tricked or whatever, he was honorable. And that's what I wanted to come across with Nick. She saw success. She saw no matter